Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Chasing the Sun, where we do everything RV and van life, full-time living. Today's a kind of a special episode. I've put the entire what I do as a beet harvest helper position, which is 90% of the jobs at the beet harvest are going to be this position. And I detail it pretty much everything that we do from the beginning to the end. How you set up the trucks, how you take the samples, how you clean a little bit and take them through the process, how you do it safely. So if you're looking to understand what you would be doing at the beet harvest, this is the video for you. And I've got a lot of other videos about the beet harvest, and there's a lot of B-roll, which means there's just some fancy, music and some beautiful panning shots and whatever. That's not what this is. This is an informational video showing you exactly what you're going to be doing. And if you're just new to van life and RV life, this is one of the main jobs that we can get to work for a couple of weeks and make a few $1,000s. This is really, really an amazing thing for us. So again, no B-roll or very little B-roll, very informative, exactly what you're going to be doing. So after this video, if you're looking to understand what you will be doing as a beet harvest coworker, most of you will be doing this job, and this takes you from the beginning to the end. And so this is going to be very helpful for you guys. So make sure that you subscribe to the video if you are wanting to be in RV or van life, or if you are wanting to see how to do what I do. That's what we do on this video channel. We help people make their dreams come true and live the RV and van life. So my email is below. If y'all have any questions, hit me up with that. And there's that. Me and Wolfie in the middle of Beet Harvest 2020. We're in North Dakota. So this is exactly what you guys can expect if you all are looking to understand how to make a living in this lifestyle. So as always, guys, you have to get up every single day for the rest of your life and do one thing that gets you closer to your dreams. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So what I'm going to do is take you guys through the beets as they come through and what you're going to be doing as a piler helper. Now the trucks come in, sometimes they're 3 or 4 at a time, backed up, and your job is to shuttle them through and to help them. And that thing that I'm pointing to is where they drop their beets. The white truck ahead is making its way. It'll pull through and then back up, and your job is to guide them to make sure they do that safely. And when that one's out of the way, the Andre in the yellow underneath the piler, he's going to tell him when to stop. There's also a light that will help him stop that, and then the back gate will come up. And when the back gate comes up, the truck driver will empty his load. And that takes a minute. And then Andre comes up to the drivers and says, "Do you have a sample ticket?" And the sample ticket is where they get a ticket from the driver. And then they take a sample of the load, and I'll show you guys that at the end of the video. And that sample goes to the scientists, and they take a sugar content reading, and that's how the farmers get paid. The more sugar that they have, the more money that they make. So, as you can see, he's dumping his load, and then they're going to go up the conveyor belt, which is called the boom, which you can see at the very top left of the screen. And Andre gave the ticket to the other side. They're going to run the sample. You got to make sure that you're running the right batch because they come from both sides. Once the sample is taken, then you come back. That is the controller's box that I just pointed to. Our controller runs everything, keeps us safe. You need to make sure that while you are on the ground there, you can see them for the most part at all times. You're going to be hearing these loud ringers, and that's when you need to know that the entire machine moves. And this is not a dangerous job, but you can really, really get hurt if you're not always paying attention. You need to have your head on a swivel, looking back and forth. It's very difficult to do at 4 o'clock in the morning after 10 straight days of 12-hour days, but you have to do that. Look out for everyone else too. I myself got tired the first night I was there, and I actually got hit just a little bit by a truck because I did something stupid. And that's the dirt I just pointed to. That's a conveyor belt, and what happens is on the boom everything gets shaken and the dirt gets shaken off. So when they bring the trucks in, they weigh the truck, then they dump the beets, and then they shake off all of the dirt, and the dirt comes through. You'll see in a minute it'll come back through, and then when they go out they weigh the dirt so that the processor is not paying for the dirt. So they're just getting a weight on the beets that they've dropped. And he's almost done. Way up there. And you can see it's not a hard job. You're not running around or lifting heavy stuff. Sometimes you do have to sweep some stuff or clean the machine, but that's not really anything. It is cold, it is long hours, but if you dress warmly and you have the right attitude, it's not a bad job. As I'm recording this voiceover, I'm in about 10 days. I am really tired, but most people can do this job. Just remember, if it's your first year, you'll probably be on nights. Okay, so now the trucker has dumped, come back, and the back of his truck is now level. Everything is ready to go, and then you will guide the trucker as far as he can or she can around that mess of beets, and you want to miss the boom, and you want to miss where the dirt comes out. So he's directing him that way, and then it's the trucker's job to back up, cut it real hard. As you can see, they're backing up straight, and then he'll go forward and to the right around the boom. There you go. Oh, sorry, to the left. Yes. He'll go to the left, and then he'll pull around to the end. And that's basically it, guys. Your job is to get the trucks in and get them out safely. Okay, so here's another part of the job. Andre is actually taking the sample. He got the sample card from the truck driver. He's inserting it into the pouch, and he's closing the pouch to make sure that doesn't get ruined. And you need this bar scan out so they can scan it when they get there. And then you put the bag over the sample chute, and then it takes a minute, but then the beets come down the conveyor belt, and he makes sure that that's good and steady there, so when the beets come down, it doesn't fall everything out. Like, if you didn't hold that really well, it would go everywhere. And he's just waiting for the beets to come down the conveyor belt. And then he hits the tare sample button, and then the sample button, and then the beets come down the chute. And again, this is the sample that they test the amount of sugar that's in the beets. It goes to the scientists, and then after he completes the sample, and then he turns it off with the red button, and then and then I go over here, and then this is the worst part of the job. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. You have to fold that stuff over, and then there's a little snap that you have to snap. But after you do it a few times, it's really easy. Andre's really, really good at it. He's probably the best that we have at doing that. And that's it. That's the other thing that you do. And you stack it up there, and that's it. So this is another angle of how we direct the trucks in. After he's got the sample card or asked for the sample card, and they either give it to you or not, you fill the sample, then you direct them in, stop them under the belt. They get rid of the extra dirt because they don't want to buy dirt, so they weigh the trucks before they come in and go. They drop the beets, get rid of the dirt, so they're actually weighing just the beets that the farmers get paid for. And because the beets are so close to the piler, we have to have them back up and direct them how to back up to get out. Before there's a lot of beets, they can just do their thing and turn around, even the big semis. But now we're very short on room. We're inside on this piler. So you actually have to help the truckers, because if not, they would be running into things. If you look up high, you can see the piler and all the other things. It's very tight quarters, and we're only taking the small trucks now. And Andre has directed him that way forward, and now he's giving him clear directions on how to turn, keeping him safe, making sure he doesn't run into things.
And the truckers absolutely appreciate that because they can get in and get out. They get paid by the hour. Some of them get paid by the hour and by the load. So generally, the more work that they get done, the more beets that they deliver, the more they get paid. And of course, we're just keeping them safe. Safety is number one job of everyone at the beet harvest.